Hello guys, and yeah, a 10-man squad finished right here. I have two like basic guys, like the two people I did as a test model for this army. They are in the cabinet. So, I mean, because you can see there's four at four. There's two grenade launcher boys, a comcaster? Is that what these guys are called? It's like the sergeant and the heavy flamer. Let me show them a bit closer. We'll start with the basic guys. Right here. And yeah, these are finished. I like how they turned out. This guy, his little last gun is more of like a bullpup, I guess. But if you look on the base, did a little bit of a Rakeland flesh shade right here. And yeah, a little bit of a golden right there as like a mini lampish. I'm really glad with how these guys turned out. I would say in this month of December, and it's the 9th of December as I'm recording this, I feel like I've painted more, I finished more things. And this guy, you can see, yeah, I have no idea what the previous owner, when he assembled, what he used or whatever these things are, but it's fine. You know? Because I mean, I put down this thing over, oh come on, over whatever that was. Try and hide it. Yeah, let's see. Now we can show this guy. Oh, this guy is me. Like, I assembled him, I put him on. Like he's showing disrespect to this Space Marine helmet. And this guy was also a test model for me to see kind of like, because some of my guard, I glued them on not these types of bases. I don't remember where I got these bases from or whatever, like just industrial 25mm bases. Some of them I already had them glued on to stuff like this, and I was thinking like, how can I make it so that when you look at it from a tabletop perspective, it looks like not super out of place or whatever, you know? Like it fits in a little bit, and decided to do it like this. With the very fine sand, painted silver, with some streaks of copper, a dark copper running through them. And here's the other grenade launcher guy. This guy has a helmet on. And then the heavy flamer. I guess we're gonna save the Comcast guy maybe for last. Yeah, and this heavy flamer here, you can see I tried to make like a dark skin tone. I think it looks pretty okay. There is another one where I did something similar. Yes, I also did like a dark skin tone on this guy. But this guy is mostly just shades, like gnome oil and stuff like that. And if we put them up against each other, can we see? Yeah, you see a bit of a change. You can see on the fingers the white still pop out, but yeah. Oh, careful not to drop them. And here's the sergeant of the group with his cigar. I like how the chainsaw turned out, actually. And also like the power fist, you know. Because I know like a chainsaw power fist combo with a cigar. But I mean, if I were to play him, I would just be like, either he has a power fist or a chainsword, obviously, and then a last pistol or something. Like, I just think this looks funny and cool, so that's why I decided to do it like this. Because I don't really care that much about what you see is what you get. I mean, I do think it does matter to a sense. Like, for example, I wouldn't say like, oh, this guy right here, this is a heavy flamer guy, or this is a missile launcher or a grenade launcher guy. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, and this right here, I try to do like some lighting effects. Even though this right here is not a light, it is a, what's called? God, what is it called? A speaker. But at the moment for this, I decided to make it seem like a light. I don't know why I did that. I just wanted to try out doing that right there. And I think it ended up looking pretty okay, actually. Maybe it is such screaming is happening that it's overheating the speaker and it's creating light, and this guy is about to die from heat stroke. Maybe that is what's happening. That is that squad. And you know what? Let me show another model that I finished that I didn't do a showcase of. The Sentinel. Yes, here we go. Part of my the Peahc Guard. I haven't really decided on a name for this army yet. I don't want it to be called the Peahc Guard. Because I have my Daughters of Peahc, which is my Daughters of Cain army, and I like that name, but I would not want Peahc to be part of these guys' name, but at the moment that's the placeholder name. And yeah, this is how it looks, and I decided this is all made on the brush. So at first I was like, okay, I want to see, can I do some kind of camo-ish painting? So first I tried to do like streaks, you know, like streaks like this with the brush, but it didn't look very good. So I decided instead, okay, how does it look if I just pick up random panels and do it? And I actually really like how it ended up being. So I might make it so that this is like the paint scheme for my vehicles, where I just pick up individual panels and paint them with like pink and grays. Like maybe some of them are gonna be like this, majority gray, and then you pick up panels with pink, and some might be majority pink with panels of gray. Like, I just like how it looks. And then this crate down here on the base, decided to add something because this space right here, it's very big, so it makes it so that, you know, the things that I try to do with this guy is a bit more noticeable, I think. So I added a bit of a crate to make it look a bit more industrial. And then I had a little bit of like where some sand, I guess I didn't put enough glue right there, so I put a skull right there instead. And also something as a visual thing, you know. Yeah. But I like overall how it ended up looking. Well, saying I just like it, I actually really like it. I'm really happy with the Sentinel. And man, like this December for me has been like such a like motivational thing when it comes to painting. Like, I think it also has to do with the fact that I finally figured out a paint scheme that I actually like painting. And that's like decently easy and fast. Maybe I'll do a video that isn't, just like those live streams I do. A video where I use this camera angle and maybe try and paint, which is going to be hard since I don't paint like this. The way I paint, I haven't figured out a way to actually film it. Because at the moment, obviously, the tripod is in the way. So it would be really, really hard for me to paint. But I guess I'll try it anyways. Maybe I'll try it, we'll see. And I haven't really cared that much about fixing some of the... what's it called? Let's pick someone that has a pretty bad mold line. I know there's one that had a pretty bad mold line. Maybe this guy. Do you see? Yeah, you can see it if I keep it at this angle, maybe. Yeah, if I miss the mold line when assembling or whatever, I'm not gonna go back and fix it. I don't care that much. Especially not on these guys. If it was like a special model, like a Yarrick or like a HQ or something, I probably would go back and fix it. But on just its basic troops, nah. Yeah. And I was also in the mood of painting and not, fixing mold lines. I guess I forgot to show the inside of the cockpit. Yeah, this doesn't have a roof on. You can see the pilot right there. You cannot see the pilot when looking like this. Maybe you can see his glasses when looking like that. But yeah, and then you can actually see I did a little bit of like green scribbles on the screen as he's looking at that. I was thinking of maybe doing that on his goggles as well, but I decided against that. Yeah, and this crate right here is from Dead Zone, I think. Like those Dead Zone terrain stuff. I have a lot of these. So probably gonna use them on bases like this. Have another one right here that I plan on using on some base. But that is the showcase.